Here we are at the Elm Course Center for Headlocks Radio. I'm Peter Rosado. We're sitting here with a woman who will be facing Angelina Love tonight for a #1 contendership status for the FWE women's title. I'm sitting here with Ivelisse Velez. It's great to be here with you tonight.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. Now, I want to start with something. We bring it up. I bring it up all the time every time I see you live. Being a Puerto Rican woman and being a female wrestler, how does that tie into what you do in the ring and how big you want to become?
Well, I mean, obviously, it's very clear that I'm very proud of my heritage. Not only do I have the double standard of being a woman in a man's world, but also I want to represent my culture and my little island in the Caribbean. That's what I strive for every time I go in that ring. And anytime I get a chance to wave that flag in the ring, that it means a lot to me.
And it means a lot to me, being a Puerto Rican man, to see a Puerto Rican woman in the ring doing the things that you do. I want to get to tonight's match. You're facing Angelina Love, and the winner of that match goes on to face Maria Kanellis for the FWE women's title. Now, last FWE pay-per-view, you defeated Casey Ray and Rosita in a three-way match. What are you looking forward to against Angelina tonight in tonight's match that you got out of last pay-per-view's match?
Well, I came to FWE with one thing in mind, and that is to prove that I am the best and I deserve that title around my waist. And I definitely look forward to smashing Angelina's face to the ground until I pin her 1, 2, 3, or she gives up and taps out.
So that means we can expect to see, straight out of Ivelisse's mouth, Ivelisse Velez versus Maria Kanellis for the FWE Women's title. And that's the next thing I want to get to. You said you've come here with the idea of having gold around your waist. Everywhere you've been, there seems to be this perception that Ivelisse Velez is getting overlooked. There's something that either people think is missing from Ivelisse, or there just seems to be too short of a time to see what Ivelisse can really do. FWE has given you the time, but it seems like even here you've been overlooked. I mean, you had a tag match against Maria about 2 pay-per-views ago, and Maria kind of just left you out to the dogs. And, last pay-per-view, we thought it was just going to be you in a three-way match for the #1 contendership spot. But now we find out you have to face another woman, Angelina Love. What is that? Does that start to get to you, people thinking that you're not good enough?
Well, I mean, I'm a human, I'm a human being. So like anybody else, there will be times where it gets to your head, and no matter how confident you are, which I definitely have quite enough of that, and sometimes mistaken by something else. But I'm always humble enough to, every time I get knocked down, I get right back up, and every single time I get back up, I show everyone that the people who don't give me the opportunity that I worked hard for and deserve, not only because I worked hard for it, but actually have the talent to carry it out, they are the ones who are wrong. And at the end of the day, I'd rather be underrated my whole life than to be overrated, because at least everyone will see, that everyone will see my talent for what it is.
Now, before we go, I got to ask you, one thing that's always said about you is when you get in the ring, you're very physical in the ring, and a lot of people know you're a big MMA junkie. You do a lot with Hoist Gracie and his training. So my question then is that what you're going to be for your career, just this one big physical whirlwind of a woman when you get into the ring, or what else is there to the legacy of Ivelisse Velez is going to be left in that ring?
Well, pretty simple. At the end of the day, I want people to know that I am the best, and I am one badass chick.
So we can expect for you to have that FWE Women's title around your waist soon enough.
Oh, you can bet on that.
Well, from her mouth to God's ears, we will see Ivelisse Velez as the FWE Women's Champion, and tonight she'll face Angelina Love for the chance to face Maria Kanellis for that title. For Headlocks Radio, I'm Peter Rosado. Thank you very much for listening.